What's up, guys? So, I know what you're thinking. This is the podcast that Darian hyped up. This is Dime Dropper. Well, no. This is just the introductory video that I wanted to make from scratch. There's no mic in here. Right now, I'm just in my room recording on my phone. There's nothing professional about this right now, but by the first episode coming out on Friday, I guarantee it will be a lot different, and I'll show you guys how I could change it from nothing into something. Let me start off by saying some stuff about myself because I know a lot of people on here actually don't even know me in person. Some of them I've just met through Twitter or whatever. So for me, I grew up in LA my whole life. My parents are both immigrants from Iran. And when I was 7, I started really getting into basketball, sports in general, but mainly basketball because being in LA, you know how that is. I mean, each decade you can look at from like when basketball was popularized in the 80s. Magic Johnson was in LA. Then you had Shaq and Kobe when I was growing up. Those are the first two athletes that any kid in LA knew about. So by the time I got into basketball, though, it was about '06. Shaq had already gone. And I became a Clipper fan because I didn't really like Kobe. I thought he was selfish. And there's going to be a lot of me talking about how that changed over time and how I changed my perspectives as I went on. The main point is I became a Clipper fan and I just fell in love with the game, fell in love with playing basketball, fell in love with watching it. And then when I was in like 8th grade, I was watching Inside the NBA one day, and I just saw how much fun Chuck and EJ and Kenny and Shaq were having. And I looked at myself and I was like, shit, I got some homework to finish right now. But I don't really want to do it because I want to watch this game and then talk about it tomorrow with my friends at school. So that was the moment I realized, man, this is what I want to do. If I could get paid to just talk about basketball with the passion that I do and the how much I care about it, that would be my dream job and get paid for it. So that was when it started. I was about 13 years old, and that's when I wanted to do this as a dream. So now we're done with college. I went to Cal State Northridge my first year, and after having a really tough time in high school, like I was the kid throughout life that was always in trouble, always talked and tried to make jokes, and always tried to entertain people. Hence why I'm doing my own show. One thing no one's ever told me is I'm boring. So I hope you're still watching or not. I haven't bored you right now. We're going to keep trying to, I guarantee I'll be able to produce content to keep you listening if you're into basketball. If not, maybe I hope you still are listening. But regardless, so that's the dream. So we're starting out with basketball, but I don't want this to strictly be a basketball podcast because I love talking about other things, even just life things or girl things or soccer, football, baseball, other sports as well. In the beginning, we're going to start with basketball because that's my biggest passion. That's my dream to really talk about that on a greater scale. And just the sport I know the best. I'd say the closest to any level of expertise I have about something is basketball. So I would say we're going to start with that. But anytime somebody wants to talk to me about something else that I find interesting and I think they'd be a good guest on the show, I would love to do that. So obviously I graduated from UMass Amherst. I had the best time of my life. No graduation or anything like that, sadly. But what can you do? It's really sad. But what we can do is we can move on and try to make money. However, I'm not even going to say if I become successful, there is a when. Because I learned from being at UMass and being with my friends there, we were able to do something within our own goal, which was our fraternity goal, to do something even bigger. And we did. That's really what it comes down to. Obviously, everyone always says, if you really put your mind to it, you could do something. I thought it was a load of shit back in high school because I wasn't getting any lucky breaks. And then I did with everything that happened in college. And I really thank all my people at UMass. If you're watching this, love you guys. You guys are inspiring me to be confident about doing something like this. So I'll have episodes by myself. I'll be covering 3 teams mainly on a nightly basis when the season resumes or whenever we have a real season again. Clippers, that's my team. Lakers, who I've been appreciating watching since I was a little kid from the Kobe days. And we're going to add the Celtics in there because I know a lot of you guys are Celtics fans out there in Massachusetts, so I'm going to be watching them on a consistent basis. Plus, I love the team they've got right now. I love Tatum. You guys know how big I am on him. So we're going to be doing that a lot. I'll have a guest. I want to make a platform for this to be not something where you have to be famous or you have to be a real official guest to be on it. I want to have a platform for anyone in the landscape of within the NCAA game or the college game or strictly just fans of the game, my friends that are just fans. Look at Arsenal Fan TV. Look at these fan channels in England. They've blown up because they're authentic fans getting interviewed after the game, expressing their opinions. And I think those are the most genuine opinions with no money involved, no nothing. Even though they can be biased towards their team, from their team's perspective, they're going to tell you how it is genuinely and with passion if they have enough passion for what they're talking about. So I would love to get fans and my friends on here and just have roundtables. Just do what I want. This is my show. No one's controlling me. I was never good with authority growing up. So this is something that I've always wanted to do. It's my thing where I can choose whoever the fuck comes on and whatever the fuck we talk about. And so I would love to have guests, roundtables, solo podcasts, the YouTube channel, which is going to hopefully, once I learn how, right now I have no idea how to make good videos with actual NBA content where I can talk over it and analyze the film. I'm going to try to learn how to do that. Not even try. I'm going to learn how to do that. And eventually, very soon, you'll be seeing content like that. So that's something I really want to do because I don't want to just throw a bunch of numbers at you guys. I'm not a numbers guy. I want to show you what you get from watching the game, what you do not see on the stat sheet, on the box score, what someone that really knows basketball understands. I coach basketball, obviously not at a high level, at the recreational level, just to give, middle school kids things about the game that go beyond, show them that it's not about who scores the most points. The ultimate goal is to win, winning the game and learning as you win or learning as you lose. Sports teaches you so much shit about life, so much. And that's the reason why I did this, because I want to relate a lot of these experiences to life, because sports in so many ways are a reflection of life. So you're going to see a lot of content on that in the near future. So obviously, I will also have something called Dime Dropper Featuring, which will be featuring somebody relevant, somebody in the NBA landscape or the NCAA landscape. Right now, I know a couple people that I could talk to, but we're just going to save that because right now, talking about shit doesn't mean anything. It's about executing. And I'm not about to be the guy that's going to tell you this and that. We're going to make shit happen. I promise you that. So to end off, this was just my introduction video. I want to let you all know what this is going to be about, what my vision for it is. And my vision for it is just to be authentic. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm a genuine, honest fan, and I'm not going to get personal with any of the players because I don't know any of these players. So just because my opinion of Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant may be a certain way, that has nothing to do with their basketball game. Their decisions as humans that affect their basketball, I will comment on because everyone comments on that. But I'm not going to ever say that they're a bad guy or this and that because I don't know them. So I'm going to try to be respectful, but I'm also going to try to be honest and not sugarcoat anything. Because anyone that knows me knows I tell you how I feel, I am opinionated, and I back up my opinion, but I also want to listen to everyone else's opinion. So whenever you come on here with me, it's not an argument, we're having a discussion. If it gets heated, that's how fucking Stephen A. and Skip and Shannon make all their money anyway. We're just doing the same thing starting off on a smaller scale, and then we're going to make it a bigger scale. This is Los Angeles, California. This is the media entertainment capital of the world. There are so many avenues to explore, and a lot of things I'm going to be trying to tap into and using that to my benefit. I'm also writing on the side for Overtime Heroics on Twitter, as the Clipper branch of it, at OTHLAC. You can follow that on Twitter. Make sure you follow at Dime Dropper Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we will be coming to YouTube. So, I think that's all I got. The first video will be coming out on Friday on why I don't want the NBA season to return. I will get into every single thing about that while introducing my fandom for the Clippers and how deep it goes, because only my real close friends know exactly how that is. Everyone else, you're about to see, basketball is not just a game for me. It is a passion. It is part of my life, and that is why I want to do this. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you listened to that whole thing. First official episode of Dime Dropper, episode 1, why I don't want the NBA season to return, coming on Friday. Thanks for listening.